Lowry's got his first bucket in this one.
Dropped that one in as soft as a feather using the finger roll.
White against Lowry. Here's Len. Sinks the 15-footer.
Intelligent passing there to make that hoop possible.
For Toronto, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Lowry against White. Lowry passes to Valanciunas. Patterson with it. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots it. The shot by Lowry, no good.
Oh, that's a frustrating one there. Easy look at the hoop.
Here's Bryant. Kicks it out to Gordon. He feeds it to Millsap. Gordon trying to break loose. And there's Millsap. That's good on the assist by Gordon. Millsap's got his first 2 points of the night. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Guys, well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Dwayne Casey. We talked about the keys to this game, and he singled out Paul Millsap as a player they've simply got to be mindful of. Coach told me he's always been an energy guy, someone you have to locate and box out every possession. But he's developed his offensive game to the point where he's more than just a hustle guy. He's also a scoring threat now, and a guy we can't leave open. They'll be watching. Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
Raptors trail by 5. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Well, those chances are almost always 2 points for him. I guess the defense did what it had to do to bother him. And Aaron Gordon out of Arizona, kind of a tweener between the 3 and the 4, 6'8", 220. Not much of a shooter, but a terrific athlete with a great motor. He has shown the potential to be a great defensive player.
And Gordon brings some versatility defensively and offensively. Nice Clark footwork inside and underrated ball handle.
Yeah, I think he's got a lot of skills. I mean, he didn't shoot it that well either from the floor or the line, but you loved his motor, you loved his speed, and you saw glimpses of his ability to make plays off the dribble.
And Bryant kicks to Gordon. Toronto grabs the miss. And this matchup with the Hawks, it's their first game of the NBA's regular season.
Well, going back to last year for a second, this was one of the few matchups that they didn't get the better end of things. They split the season series.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
Yes. White.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Dishes to Ross. Oh, he just jams it right over Paul Millsap. What a play. He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
that could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Clark. That's a crowd pleaser if I've ever seen one.
Again, the Hawks good for 2. Steve, you mentioned the stalemate they played 2 a year ago. Do you see that happening again this year, Clark?
Kevin, I'm not sure. It's really too early to tell. It wouldn't surprise me, I'd say that much, after what happened last year.
Here's Lowry. Shot is blocked.
And poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
Bryant can't get it to go. Raptors trail by 5. Patterson setting the pick for Lowry. On the wing to Rosen. Rebounded by the Hawks. Len's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And Millsap, here we go. Millsap left side. A terrific shot on the turnaround. Millsap's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go. The Raptors shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. Lowry dishes to Patterson. Got a piece of it. Fast break, the Hawks. And he lobs it up. And Bryant slams it in.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
Here is Lowry, following the bucket by the Hawks. Outside to Rosen. And now Bryant pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Their offense has really come together immediately, threatening to run away with this game.
It's hard to imagine they'll be able to stay as hot as they've been so far, but if they can, watch out.
He has to be concerned with all the missed shots. I mean, it happens to every team, but you have to find a way to keep being productive even when you go through a shooting drought.
He might be trying to tell them to get to the free throw line. You know, all teams go cold at points during the game, but the good teams still find ways to score.
Shot to stop the run. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And the Hawks with possession here. They have a 9-point lead. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Coach Mike Budenholzer got early consideration for Coach of the Year award honors in Atlanta before a rash of injuries just sidetracked their season, but a promising young head coach, really sharp.
Coach Budenholzer still in his early 40s and led the Hawks to a scrappy performance in last year's playoffs.
I was very impressed with the job he did as the head coach of the Atlanta Hawks in his first season. They were forced to go small with the injuries along their front line, so he went with a spread out, small ball style of play, great spacing, movement offensively, and really was effective with it as they pushed the Pacers to the brink in that first-round playoff series.
They've built a big lead here early.
Both defensively and offensively. They've been terrific right from the tip.
DeRozan, and again it's Toronto converting.
You know, that's one way he can finish, but not the only way. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
Bryant drives in. Len passes to White. And he uses the glass on the layup. White's got 9 points.
Their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball, just having their way down low.
Now here's DeRozan. Len grabs the board. Len's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Yeah, it's a physical game, and so far the numbers show that they've got the edge on the glass.
A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous, stupendous alley-oop.
This crowd just stunned at the sight of that one.
And the Raptors with the ball, following the bucket by the Hawks. And Valanciunas kicks to DeRozan, and yes, sir, that one drops. 6 points for him.
Not a really great start for him, as he just isn't shooting the ball that effectively here early on.
DeRozan against Bryant. He kicks it to Millsap. Bryant trying to free himself up, and it's Millsap. That time on the assist by Bryant.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Now here's Ross. He's got 5. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Ross has got 7 points in the game. The Hawks leading by 13. Bryant up top. DeRozan defending. And Bryant kicks to Gordon. They get it back. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. And some changes here for the Raptors. Johnson, he's checked in for Patterson. Williams comes in for Ross. And it's Vasquez in for Kyle Lowry. Good! And that's 11 points for Dean.
He has really put his foot on the pedal this quarter, doing a tremendous job leading their offense.
Here's Johnson. Battles through traffic and lays it in. And so it's Atlanta with it. It's a 14-point game. From deep three-point range, and it's White missing.
Rivas Vasquez throughout his career has been more of a passer than a scorer, but last season the highest scoring rate of his career, and he's improved his three-point shot every season up to almost 38% last year.
The drive by Bryant.
That was